Okay, now let's talk about one of the types of structural relations, which is called domination. So, what do you mean by domination? In syntax, sometimes we call it a containment. And it means if we have a node, or you can say if a node contains another, then it dominates it. It's very easy, this type. Let's take an example in the tree. As you can see here, A dominates B, C, D, and dominates also E, F, G. It's like this is a mother who have daughters. The first daughter is B, C, D. And one of the daughters of A, which is the mother, has also some daughters like E, F, G. So E, F, G are the sisters of D, and B, C, D are the sisters of A. So as you can see here, D dominates EFG, D dominates EFG, and A dominates BCDEFG. We can say it in another way, like bracketing aspect. We have A, which is the mother of all these family. It's the first one. It's like the root node. So A dominates B, C, D specifically, but also dominates C, D, E, F, G because they all related to the A. Another way to think of it, it's like the top of something. Why we said A dominates the set of B, C, D, and also the set of E, F, G, because this one is on the top of the tray. This is the top of the tray. But also we can call this D dominates E, F, G, because it is also on the top, and so on and so forth. A slightly more formal definition that you should bear in mind is that domination, sometimes a node A dominates node B if and only if A is higher up, as I have stated before, I said on top of, in the tree than B. And if you can trace a line from A to B going only downwards. So please pay attention to this one, which is downwards. This means that if we go back to the tree, you cannot say B to A and C to A and D to A. No, A to B, A to C, A to D, and so on and so forth. We go downwards and we don't go upwards. We always go downwards in the family tree and so on and so forth. We have a specific subtype in domination which is called immediate domination. And what do you mean by this? So node A immediately dominates node B if there is no intervening node like G, which is dominated by A but dominates B. In other words, we can say A is the first node that dominates B. In an easy way, we can see it in the tree. If you can find that, if you can see that here, A immediately dominates B. A immediately dominates C, and A immediately dominates D. But A does not immediately dominate E and F and G because there is an intervening here, which is D. That's why A is immediately dominates only please, B, C, D, and it does not dominate E, F, G in an immediate way because there is an intervening aspect here, which is D. We have another type which is called exhaustive domination, and it's also another type, and it is like a node exhaustively dominates a set of terminal nodes. You still remember terminal nodes and non-terminal nodes? So please pay attention. Terminal nodes are the nodes that they have no branches emerges from them and so on and so forth. So when we say A exhaustively dominates a set of terminal nodes, so we have two rules that we should bear in mind here. First of all, it is a set. It's not only one node, but a set of nodes. And the second characteristic is terminal nodes, not non-terminal nodes. Provided it dominates all the members of the set, as I've stated before, it should be a set of members, not only one member or one node, set of nodes, and they should be terminal, so that there is no member of the set that is not dominated by A. Another, there is no terminal node G dominated by A that is another member of the set. Let's take an example. As you can see in the tree here, you will find that A is exhaustively dominates the set of B, C, D, E. So A exhaustively dominates B, C, D, E. But it doesn't exhaustively dominate the set of B, C, D. We should not neglect this one because it is also in the set. We should respect it. We should say B, C, D, E as a whole set that is exhaustively dominates by E. I'm sorry, by A. If we remove one of the nodes in this set, this means that is not exhaustively dominated by A, and it is a wrong aspect, or I can say it's not appropriate use of the structural relations. And also, A does not exhaustively dominate the set of B, C, D, E, H. We should not say that A is exhaustively, for example, dominate B, C, D, E, H, and I, and so on and so forth. You know why? Because I've stated before, we have just one set here. B, C, D, E is one set, and H, E, I'm sorry, I is also another set. So we should respect the whole set, and we should not add something to the set, and we should not remove one of them. And that's what we call exhaustive domination type in domination in structural relations. A formal definition of constituency, which is another part that we are going to see in the next video.